Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background, and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy: How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is the MBTI personality type assessment of Tina Turner. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to underline something about my book. It is written from a health science point of view, so we'll be looking at the anatomy, physiology, brain dominance, major neurotransmitters, and so forth of the 16 MBTI personality types. And based on this information, you can determine your own type, and since I advocate that like attract like, you'll be able to determine who's the best match for you long-term when it comes to a romantic partner. So let's go back to the topic at hand. When we look at the 16 MBTI personality types, they can be grouped into four main ones. The first ones are sensor judgers, the second sensor perceivers, the third intuitive thinkers, and the last one intuitive feelers. To me, Tina Turner was a sensor perceiver, and I will explain why. I have some notes on screen so I don't miss anything. Tina Turner, birth name Anna Mae Bullock, was an international American-Swiss singer, songwriter, and actress. She was known as the Queen of Rock and Roll, and she sold over 100 million records worldwide. She was noted for her swagger, sensuality, powerful, gravely vocals, and unstoppable energy, along with her well-publicized history with ex-husband Ike Turner. She was born on November 26, 1939 in Tennessee, United States, and passed away on May 24, 2023 in Switzerland. Tina had two older sisters, Evelyn and Ruby. As a young girl, she sang in the church choir at Nutbush Springs Baptist Church. In 1950, when she was 11 years old, her mother, Zelma, left without warning, seeking freedom from her abusive relationship with her father by relocating to St. Louis. 2 years later, after her mother left the family, her father married another woman and moved to Detroit. Tina and her sisters were sent to live with their maternal grandmother in Tennessee. She felt that her parents did not love her and that she was unwanted. A self-professed tomboy, Tina joined both the cheerleading squad and the female basketball team at Carver High School in Brownsville, and she socialized every chance she got. When she was 16 years old, her grandmother died, so she went to live with her mother in St. Louis. She graduated from Summer High School in 1958. After high school, Tina worked as a nurse's aide at Barnes Jewish Hospital. Turner began her career with Ike Turner's band Kings of Rhythm in 1957. She rose to prominence as the lead singer of the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. They released hits such as It's Gonna Work Out Fine, River Deep Mountain High, Proud Mary, Nutbush City Limits before disbanding in 1976. In the 1980s, Turner launched one of the greatest comebacks in music history. Her 1984 multi-platinum album, Private Dancer, contained the hit, for example, What's Love Got to Do With It? Her other well-known hits include Better Be Good to Me, Private Dancer, We Don't Need Another Hero, Typical Male, The Best, I Don't Want to Fight, and Golden Eye. She has 3 Grammy Hall of Fame awards, a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She has 8 Grammy Awards. She is also the recipient of the Kennedy Center Honors and Woman of the Year Award. Turner has also acted in films such as Tommy and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome in 1985 with Mel Gibson. In 1986, she published her autobiography, I, Tina, My Life History, which was adapted for the 1993 film What's Love Got to Do With It? She retired in 2009, and in 2018 she became the subject of Tina, a jukebox musical. In terms of her personal life, Turner began dating the Kings of Rhythm saxophonist Raymond Hill while she was still in high school. After she became pregnant during her senior year, she moved in with Hill. Their relationship ended after leaving Tina to become a single parent. In 1960, a pregnant Turner told Ike that she did not want to continue their relationship. He responded by striking her in the head with a wooden shoe stretcher. After the birth of their son, Ronnie, in October 1960, they moved to Los Angeles in 1962 and married in Mexico. In 1976, Turner filed for divorce on the grounds of irreconcilable differences. The divorce was finalized in 1978. In 1986, Turner met German music executive Erwin Bach. Bach was over 16 years her junior, and in July 2013, after 27 years into their romantic relationship, they married in a civil ceremony in Switzerland. Turner had two biological sons, Raymond and Ronald. He was found dead in an apparent suicide in July 2018. Turner's younger son, Ronnie, died from complications of colon cancer in 2022. And at the time of her death, Tina Turner's net worth was about $260 million. If we look at Tina Turner's life trajectory, is what we usually see when it comes to sensor perceivers. So at an early age, she was interested in singing, being part of the choir, and as soon as she finished high school, she wanted to be part of the band. I mean, well, obviously, Ike Turner was the leader. So you'll see that these are people who don't need to pursue higher education, because when it comes to the entertainment business, you need to start early. You cannot wait until you're 30 or 40 years old, because it's too late. So you'll see that even in terms of like Tina Turner at the time, you're talking about like a black woman in the United States during the segregation era. That was before the civil rights movement. So that was not an easy time, but still she wanted to pursue this career. And she was naturally talented. So you'll see with sensor perceivers, they don't need to have a lot of training to be able to perform and do a really good job. So you'll see that they are risk takers, because after she finished high school, she was a single mother. Very soon after that, she was 18 years old when her first son, was born. But she decided to still pursue this particular line of work of being an entertainer, although obviously there's no stability, especially if you are a single parent. So we'll see that they are the time to be very dedicated, because when you are a singer, especially in that time, I mean, you are on the road for most of the time. It's around the clock, be able to go from one venue to the next. It's exhausting. But sensor perceivers are the people who tend to be really like passionate. So people think that it has to do with being disciplined, but no, they love it so much that they don't mind, investing all this time and energy. So we'll see that with sensor perceivers, and the fact, obviously, Tina Turner is the quintessential queen of rock and roll. So obviously, she's really sort of like someone who represents well the sort of like the energy and the passion of being an entertainer. So that's one aspect. Now, whether or not Tina Turner was a feeler or a thinker, I would lean more her being a feeler, because even in terms of like the fact that she stayed with Ike Turner, she was in an abusive relationship, and she said that she wanted to show Ike that she would be there for him, and she was really sort of grateful for all that he has done for her. You'll see that someone who's more of a thinker looks at the situation more logically, and they're more emotionally detached. They're less likely to stay in an abusive relationship than someone who's a feeler. And the other aspect also is, even when she talks in interviews, there's something really sort of like rather soft with her. And I know that I've not gone into in terms of her religious beliefs, but she is a combination of Buddhism and also she is a Baptist. So you will see that people who are more inclined to being open to spirituality, so tend to be more right brain dominant than left brain dominant. That's the other aspect. And also I would say that, she comes across as rather, feminine. Yes, she's very sort of athletic when you look at, she was, well toned and so forth, but there is still something that is more of a ladylike. Even when I was watching documentaries about, her, people will say that, she, especially at the beginning of her career, she was like more sort of like conservative in terms of how she dresses. And she said, one person said, well, she was more of a lady. So all this to say that I think that she comes across more of a feminine energy than a masculine one. Now, whether or not Tina Turner is an extrovert or an introvert, I would say that she leans more being an extrovert, in the sense that she said herself that she, even in high school, she, created, opportunities to interact with others. So she feels energized by being around the people. And just if you look at the fact that, she was, working, on stage from the age of like 18 until, she retired in 2009. I mean, that's a really long career. And if, let's say, it's something that was not something she enjoyed, she would not be doing it for so long in that high level. So I would say that Tina Turner is probably someone who feels energized by being around other people than being alone. Based on some information, I would say that Tina Turner was most likely an ESFP. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this MBTI personality type assessment by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Also remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.